Hello and welcome to Mechanical Mastery. We are embarking on episode 5 this time around. And we are going to get our first mechanism machines. As you can see here behind me, they are going to be marvelous. Additionally, above them, you might notice a few other things. And we are going to look a bit into that as well and get the first manually crafted items or effigies set up. And preparing a bit for the automation of it, of course, as well. And we have some renewable energy up going. So it's going to be a busy episode with a lot of small things, and we are going to be all over the place. Let's get started. Heights. Yeah, first death. So before getting into crafting things today, I was thinking that I want to do something about my food situation. This low health food thingy that's going on here is not good. I've noticed that we can take this transmutation table and actually make it a portable one, which would make things a bit easier. But I did also notice that I can do like this and actually have an infinite steak. Which basically just gives me something I can eat, and then at the cost of a little bit of EMZ, which I like. It's the small bits that count, right? Also slowly outgrowing all the storage needs here. Secondly, as you might have noticed here, I've built a bit. So in between episode, I had quite a bit of time. You can also see here in the bottle here, I almost have 10 hours in it. I haven't advanced beyond where I was. I have not done any major things except for move stuff around. So I moved the mechanical crafters to be more centered in this block here and dipped down a bit so that it fit within the design that I was building up here. I am gonna change this up here. I like the idea of having it here, but on the other hand, it's kind of big and unnecessary. It's not something I need to go to. It's something that automatically crafts things. So I was thinking of actually taking this one here and move it elsewhere. And then maybe make 3 different stations here doing different things instead of 4. I don't know. Additionally here, I also made the windmill up here, which basically is the same as the other windmill. Both of them redesigned. Both of them look slightly... that they look the same, but slightly different locations, different heights, that kind of thing. Which brings down the force down here. It speeds it up quite a bit. And it brings it down to my relocated crossing wheels. These are max speed crossing wheels, so don't get caught on them because they will hurt you. But let's see here. If I throw in a few stacks of things, and it should fairly quickly process and toss out the output here. This is pretty cool. Beautiful, beautiful. And finally, I did go around, put up the cabling, etc. for the steel production. I still need to find some way of processing iron and feeding that into the blast furnace. Additionally, I need to figure out a way to process coal and feed the coke ovens. I'm thinking of just doing a simple crushing wheel of some sort, maybe for the coal, and just feeding iron into iron, I think. Well, iron into a furnace, I mean. But yeah, that is not the primary thing today. So I had the table here. Oh, I actually wanted the other one as well, so I have a transportable. Do I have any more inward? It does not look like it. So if I grab a bit of nickel and a bit of iron, I can go over and craft a bit. Oh, I have here. Perfect. Anyway, feed it in, and then we can get on with it. And then just craft up 4 of these. Use a bit of magic time, and then we have the ones I needed for it, because that means that I can now take this transmutation table and make it mobile. This is the way that I want it. So now I can run around and have access to my network of things. So let me just clean up my inventory here. I don't think I need all of these things right now. Maybe the logistical cable. Otherwise, I know where to find them and I can go back to them. So today I want to continue a bit working on the power generation. Oh, I did also move this in a new structure. It's similar in design. It's just kind of wrapped around one central point here instead. All of them feeding into this one here. So it's kind of minimized the design that I had before. And the steel that you saw from the other side comes up here and goes in here. So it basically feeds in the gearworks machine for that. But yeah, simple machines, etc. I likely want to actually... So based on what I'm going to build today, I want to tear this down. Can I just... Nope. Tear it down like that. Take this one here. I think I'm just going to take all the dynamos here as well. And how many is there? 16? Yep. Sounds about right. So if we look at what I have here, I have some basic universal cable. I want to hook that up instead. I like the universal cable way better than I like the other ones. I want to feed you downstairs. There we go. So I want to play around and see if I can make. I don't know if this is at all possible, but I wanted to see if I could actually make what's it called? A lava-based power generation. I'm not sure if it's at all possible, but I'll test it out and see if it is. So a bit of netherrack we need to start out somewhere, right? So we need, let's just say that we start here. And that one there feeds into this one here, which pulls from the bottom, pulls and extracts to the side. I'm going to place a lava tank there for now. Auto input enabled. And then we want to feed you like that. So that means that it automatically pulls it in and then starts generating. Exactly what I wanted to see. So from here, we just want to have 4 out. Nope. Yeah. Yep. Yeah. Like 4 out. And then 2 layers. Then we have Magmatic Dynamos. So we have a small buffer and then we have... This is the wrong tool. Can I... Why is this not working? Why do I feel like this game here breaks more often than good is? Here. There we go. Doesn't give any valuable feedback or anything like that. So one thing I have not done yet, I have not upgraded these, but I will upgrade them. I don't know if this is sufficient to actually run everything. But I will try and see if it is. So if we take... So it's slightly a self-feeding system, right? Where if you want to seed it up, you need to basically get a bit of lava in here that then seeds the lava generation. I wonder if this is actually self-sufficient. It does seem like it's generating a surplus of lava, which is exactly what I wanted. See if we can hook it up. I forgot to take it here, so grab a bit here. So the first one I want to hook up is probably this one down here, but I do see that I'm slightly low on universal cables, so I likely need to craft a few more. So 2 down and start going over. Yeah, I'm definitely low on universal cables. But it looks like it is self-sufficient, at least for now. Whether it's going to continue to be that, I don't know. maybe I want to have a small tank on the side here as well that gets filled up, that I then can use as a as an initializer in case the system runs dry. But then again, if the system runs dry, then it was dry and it needs to be refilled. And let's see if we can hook the last bits up here. Like that's the first bits of it. It is generating power. It is keeping up, it seems. Something like that. Now all our machines are hooked up to this little array of generators here. All of them are running. I do want to do one thing before I get too deep into things. So the one thing that I'm not currently doing is that, where did that go? That went... No, I'm not doing everything here actually. Oh yeah, this one here is not getting power. That was the one thing I was not doing. Just want to jack that out at the bottom there. That should be easy enough to hook up. Can I hit it down there? Nope. Yeah, I could. I hope so. No, that's the wrong way. Okay. Anyway. This is hooked up now. Yeah. I have plenty of things to do here, right? There's always one more thing that you need to clean up. There's always one more thing that you need to rearrange. So let's see here. If I hook this up here, then that should be good. Oh yeah, the we want to build up something with the integrated. What are they called? Is it integrated circuit or something like that? Oh no, it's not that one. I want to go for. So I want to use this one here to craft integral component. That's the one I was looking for. So I want 8 of them, one for each of the machines down there. Just to bump up the production just a slight bit. So let's see. There we go. So now we have 80 RF per machine here, which is pretty good. We do have... I don't know if we have a surplus. So this one here takes 80 RF to run. I think we have a surplus. It seems like it. Oh yeah. When I put in the components here, they expanded the capacity, right? I think so. But this seems to be working, even though the power here seems slightly low. Why does this power keep going down? You're not getting power. Is all the power going upstairs? Do I need to dedicate one or two machines for you? And then maybe craft a few more for the other ones? Because the most important thing that runs is this machine down here. If this does not run, the entire system breaks down. So let's go up and see. Seems to be... That was not what I wanted to do. You're not building up power super fast. You're running at 40 RF. You're not running, which is great, because you don't need to. Yeah, everything there seems to be going well. And this here seems to be running again. So that means that I should now be actually generating. Oh yeah, I just went to 4.5 million now. And am I generating again? Yeah, 4.51. So now everything is running and we are generating EMZ again. Excellent. Cool. That was the next step of this building journey. I guess I still actually need to consider changing this up a bit, but yeah. Small steps, small steps. I don't know if I showed this, but I did figure out that the filters here can actually work very, very well for us, which is really, really cool. It means that we can have a production that does never ever get stuck on anything because it will only accept what it needs, and it then can output the apatite, the gold, the copper, technically the nickel here from the iron as well, but as it also can be processed, I think it prioritizes the induction smelter over outputting here, but it has an overflow here in case it starts to build up, which can also be a problem. Just thinking about this here, probably want to do this just to make sure that it doesn't accidentally start just dumping out the primary output here. Yeah, there's a few quirks and stuff that needs to be figured out around it. But overall, we now have this almost automated. We just need to figure out how to feed in coal and iron. So, in order to advance, we want to actually get started a bit on mechanism. We want the Philosopher's Stone, and we want to work towards the improved mechanical essence. How much does that actually... Like, that's 150,000 RF. Not RF, EMZ. So that's nice little bit. But let's get the Philosopher's Stone because I do have everything I need in order to build that one. And that actually allows us to open up a few like additional building elements and resources. Not that I strictly need it right now. It does have a few nice capabilities. But yeah, let's take a look. That was that one. The next one here we want to do is get a bit of osmium cooking. Where do we have that? Get a stack of that. And get that cooking. Let's drop stuff here that we don't strictly need right now. I'm looking so much forward to having some sort of a better system, storage system. Right now it's feels a bit like a mess. Oh, why do I have so much iron lying around? Let's get some of that out and move. Actually, maybe we can take a stack of iron, half a stack maybe, and just prepare it up for plates because I do think I need a few of those. So let's take a look. Metallical infuser. We need... Oh, that's not going to cook itself. There we go. Can I actually... I don't know if I... Oh, that works. Perfect. There we have a bit to actually get started. I usually make quite a few of metallic infusers because I want one per feature where I need it. So I want one for redstone, want one for refined obsidian, I want one for diamond, I want 2 for coal. Do I want 2 for coal in this pack though? I don't know. What does it cost to make steel this way? A bit of carbon. That might actually be the easier way to actually craft the... I might actually go that route. I think I'm going to go that route. There we go. So now we have 5 of them. Where do we want to set this up? Maybe somewhere close to our current production. Let's see. Where did I... There it is. And get that in. Thinking of just setting it up right here for now. Then we can always figure out if we want to relocate it or something at a later point. This also allows us to actually come into one of the easier power generation options, like early game power generation, that is at least. So how many do I want here? I do want a couple of stacks of redstone. I want at least 2 stacks of iron, probably half a stack of osmium. So half a stack here equals this one here, then that one, then that one. So let's try with 3 stacks for now. Actually, I need a bit more. So one of the ways that I always do this is power it with redstone. Yeah, I know it's not efficient. I know that it's not optimal. But it works, which is for me the most important aspect here. So something like that. And of course we have a lot of noise. Do we actually we have the muffler in this mod pack? Excellent. So I can actually mute all the stuff that I don't want to listen to. That is something I sorely missed playing FTB Skies. I could manually have added it, but play the mod pack as it's meant to be sometimes. That said, if you want to change up your mod pack, I'm not gonna stand in your way. I think everybody should play the way that they want to play it. Kind of like most things in life. As long as it doesn't hurt or impact anybody else, play as you want to play. So, what's also this thing here? I think it's like, is it doing this? And we can get some ender pearls? Excellent. Can we actually, with ender pearls, create elevators? We do have elevators here. So maybe we want to do that. Maybe. A quick elevator or 2. So 2 elevators, and then we can quickly come up and down here. Where do I want it though? Can I just leave it here for now? So if I place you here, and hopefully I can figure out where that is. Should be fairly straightforward though. So if that's the border, then it must be here, right? Yes. That was the void. There we go. Quick up and down. Excellent. So this here allows us to get started with Mekanism in full-fledged. Let's see. We do have the energized smelter, which is nice. We can easily go down the... So I'm guessing, based on what it says here, that some of the generators or some of the ways of generating here has been locked behind some of the mechanical instances. So, gas burning. Huh. Yeah, this is the heat generator is an excellent passive generator, but this should be cool. I think I want to create a few of those just to power my basic power generation needs. How many do we want to go for? 4, maybe? It's a good amount, it sounds like. There we go. Our first passive generation. Did I have any more energy cables there? There we go. Let's bring that up to the roof here. So I don't know if the roof is going to be there or not, but for now I'm going to assume that I have some sort of a roof here to build it out on. We can have our first 4 Mekanism wind generators. Perfect. So now we don't need to use the redstone for energy anymore. We have a surplus of it, which is excellent. Ooh, cool. Can of course take a deep dive into things. That was also one thing I wanted to go into, is actually the oops. That's one of the bad things about having that right there. I'm thinking this is the draw's fault and not actually the elevators though. So if I craft a few of you here, I could craft a few of the obsidian, which means that I need the enrichment chamber. Enrichment chamber requires a bit of steel. That's easy enough. A bit more of redstone. Excellent. I do, of course, need to actually generate a bit of obsidian for this, but as I have, let's go down and actually check on the power generation down here. This keeps up as it should, right? Excellent. I could probably even build another one right next to it here that generates lava. Not lava, obsidian. And all of them are running at 100%. What I'm slightly worried about here is that none of these actually have a build-up. So that means that if it's running upstairs, then it's running exactly at level and not generating a surplus. Which is not technically a bad thing, it just means that it's not generating additional. Which would be great if it would be. So, do we have an inverter gear here? Oh, we are running out of steel now because we have not automated the steel production yet. We can look at that. I actually think I might do that in between episodes because it's smelting up a bit of steel and crunching up a bit of coal ore. Yeah, I might do that in between episodes instead of doing it in an episode. Cool. So we have this here. I do need an correct me if I'm wrong here. So obsidian. Let's see. We need to do what here? Multiple ways of doing it. How can we do something fancy with this? No. Can do a blast chiller, of course. We can do combiner. Stonework generator, of course. Do we have any other ways of generating obsidian? Do we have a block breaker? We do have the small block breaker. We do have the industrial foregoing block breaker, but that requires us to get into industrial foregoing. We could do that. We don't need to get seriously deep, and we do have the capabilities now of grabbing a sapling here. Where did it go? My stone here. So we can craft the acacia, which would be the better type of it. Yeah, I might look into that. What other items do we actually have here that we can do something about right now? Anything we're lacking from here that we should be looking into? I don't see anything here. So maybe the next one here is the effigies though. So if we take a look at the effigies here, it requires a soulstone. What? Soulstone is a bit of glowstone. Oh, that's easy enough. So a bit of you, a bit of you. Should create a... Yeah, let's just create a few. Oh, that heals nearby players half heart every... Oh, cool. Can they be used for anything else? Huh. Okay, so there is some nice usage for it. That said, not for now. We want to do this here, which requires calcite. Calcite, that was bone meal and stone. So if we take, let's just take a good bunch of stone. And bone meal, then I have something else somewhere. Yeah, I do have here. I was also considering actually building out my base with calcite, so learning to craft it is not that bad of an idea. Ooh, infinite steak. It's a nice one. And that's calcite. Perfect. So, dormant effigies. Here we go. Day stack. Perfect. So, how do I use these here? So, I can fluid encapsulate or spout different types of. So, that's melted glowstone. That should be easy enough. Lava. That's easy enough. We already have that down below. Destabilized redstone. That's just melting up redstone, right? Yeah, that's easy enough. Last one being resonant ender. So it's easy enough to do this, but I really don't have a good way of crafting this, though. Maybe a mob farm at some point? What do we have? Do we have mob? No. We have industrial. So we could make a mob duplication thingy, right? We do also have mechanical dirt. Do we have... what do we have that can actually... waystones. Why do we have waystones? This is... No, well, I think maybe there is reason in the madness at some point. Yeah, I'm not sure how to... I do have an idea about how to do it, but I'm not sure if we have anything that would allow us to easily do it. Oh well, oh well. Small steps, small steps. We do have some of this construction stuff that we need now for it. We just need to actually build out our system for it. So, the peaceful route. So I can use this. What? I can use a clicking machine facing a wall to activate effigies. Okay, so we have mini utilities. What does mini utilities do? Different types of mechanical miner. Oh, that's the... this is an insanely powerful, if I remember correctly, early game. Oh, right. Regular solar panels? No, this is ender tile. And this is cursed tile. Okay. If this is as I remember, it's a very powerful power generation initially. That scales really, really, really quickly. But beyond that, I don't think there's anything here that actually... Oh, we have cursed earth. That is exactly what I wanted to see. Which requires a wither rose. Wither roses, likely we need to kill the wither first. Do we have anything? No. Okay, I'll need to look into that to figure that out. But right now we have the dormant effigies. We then need the the melter. Let me actually get something planned out for it and then come back. Oh, and with the interbuild now, we can actually craft the magnet. So better get one of those. Not quite to the advanced one yet, but at least the magnet here can save a few things. So that's nice. Do we have a charm slot? We do. Perfect. So I did craft up the 4 spouts that I need and the 4 magma crucibles that we need for it. I did look, I was in the process of trying to figure out how do we want to do everything else in this here regarding it. And it seems like the most obvious way of doing things here would be to take the route of, just take the route of DMC, what are they called? Not those. The basic EMC links, right? So majority of stuff that we need to do is actually still inward bound. So let's get that crafted. Can I actually craft the bigger ones and even bigger ones if I wanted to? I could. But for now I just need 4 of them. Is that 4? That's 8. That's perfect. I need more of them probably. Kind of feel like every time I craft some, I found a new use case for them. I have noticed that my EMC has started to drop a bit, so I'm wondering if I'm doing something right now that is over extending my capabilities of a generating system to keep up. I need at least 4 of them. I need 1 for bone, need 1 for stone. I need 1 for... So in order to actually craft this here, we need 1 for lapis, 1 for redstone, 1 for... So I need like 9 of them, I think. See if we can actually craft 9. I don't think I have enough to craft 9. Nope. Luckily they are easy enough to actually craft, so... Oh, right, the coal. And completely filled up inventory again. That and that one I need. Don't need you. So, oh yeah, and I needed a few of those. There we go. So let's take a look. We now need... Yeah, we can only create 8 because we are out of inward plates again, so... As predicted, inward is becoming a bottleneck right now. It's not difficult to craft it though, so I'm not worried about that. But it does take a minute or two. Wondering why is this... So this is empty. This is empty. Oh, right. Now I know why it's... So we ran out of iron out there. And yeah, this basically locked down the entire thing here. So if I feed this with a bit of what's it called? A bit of coke, and then a few stacks of iron. I don't have. Okay. Yeah. I'm gonna set up the construction for the iron and the coal, so I'll be back once I have that. So while looking into actually how to build up the infrastructure for coal and for iron, I noticed that I can now get pipes, which I now immediately am going down that path because this is one of my favorite ways of transporting items. It's an easy way to do it. It can become very, very, very powerful. It's easy to upgrade. So yeah, that's gonna be my primary way of supplying my coal into my furnaces. And easy to break. What else to ask for, right? Let's see. You go here somewhere. And similar to this over here. Don't think they will connect. Maybe, I don't know. Just for the sake of avoiding it. I don't want you to. this here should be everything needed to supply coal into the coal here. And I wanted to put this one in here. No, I need a higher one. Does it take to craft a high one? I could do that, but maybe in the future. Maybe in the future. So I didn't actually show you this build of this little project here. So on the backside here we have an EMC, basic EMC link. I don't want something fancy, big, anything here. I want it to be slow. It's already taking like 300,000 EMC out, and it is slowly progressing to these two crossing wheels, and then inserting it into this small drawer system, which basically just stores the experience, the cobblestone, and the coal for it. I was actually thinking it might make sense if I grab this one here. It's gonna backlog now in a moment, but replace that with drop off a few things that I don't need on me right now, but replace that experience thing with this one, because experience can be compressed, and I might as well do that. Yes, I think that's gonna be better. I could even do that for the coal, but the coal generation up here should be fine. There we go. There we go. Yep. So that's up and running. So next up now would be the building up of the iron generation for the blast furnaces. So I'll be back once I have something up there. So in order to advance with the flux network, I need to get some obsidian. I devised a small construction down here. I hope that this one here can actually do it. It's been too long since I've used it. That was not the correct orientation. To do like that. I might need to supply it with that would be annoying if I have to do that. So let's try it. Something like that. Let's see if that works. Like there. Yes. Okay, so that means I can take here, place there, take there, place there. And get a few buckets of lava. Put it into obsidian. I could go for the blast chiller instead, but I don't have the setup for that yet. But in the future, maybe. Maybe in the future. For now, this is gonna work. Not super pretty, but functional. There we go. How many did we get? 12? Actually, let me craft 4 more, just for the sake of 16. I guess I could also find a way to automatically output it, but it's also a bit noisy. Oh well. So taking these here, tossing them into the enrichment chamber should grant me the first bits of lava dust that is needed to actually get started in this endeavor with the flux network. I still have a lot of stuff on me that I don't know if I need right now. So let me just see here. So flux network. Yeah, it's literally just the... Let's speed it up a bit. So 16 should be a okay first blocks. And these blocks here can be uncrafted, right? How can I use them? Oh, right. So I can use this as the base here. So it literally gives me the crafting ability to craft the base, and then I can use the regular approach to it. Okay. That's fine. That's fine. That's actually better than I expected. I have enough to create a few more of those. I should have. I can do this, then I can do that. Yep. Perfect. I do have 16 more obsidian dust. I can probably use that for something else at some point. Let's see. So, blocks. Just for the sake of building a temporary solution here. So, I actually need the obsidian then. Obsidian, there we go. Then we need a bit of redstone. That is definitely not enough. To make some smarter ways of getting around here. Maybe place an elevator over here as well. Like right here. And I need to... There's so many things you need to do in the beginning, right? We always have something to work on. So let's say we toss, first of all, we have a magnet on. And the magnet should be off. There we go. Then we need to throw the obsidian there. And not the obsidian. Something like that. And that gives us the first flux dust. Perfect. Definitely not a a good return on investment there, but should be functional enough. Diorite. That was something I needed that for, wasn't there? Oh yeah, the clicker here. Did I craft one already? I don't think I did. Guess I need a bit more diorite. And a clicker needs a block of redstone, and yeah. I really need to change the way that I can run around here. This is definitely not the best optimization for navigating the world. So that one there should craft me a clicker. And with a clicker and with some iron spikes and with a vacuum, I don't even know what it's called, vacuumulator. I can actually set up a spawning area. I think I'm going to go for the sawmill approach first, but at least here I now have the capabilities of this here. So I've been crafting up a bit. Let me actually go jump over here again. I just realized that, I can go for RF Tools crafters, right? They do take the sequential fabricator as an input. It is, after all, a slightly spurty map, so kind of makes sense. So if I do like that, that means that I can 3 inputs here into a crafter. That crafter can then craft the soul stone inside of a induction smelter. I can put in stone, I can put in bone meal, and get out the calcite. I was thinking of, because I noticed that the bone have the smelting recipe here. Thinking of going that route, but alternatively, I was also thinking that it might make sense to actually go with the route where you get more out of each bone meal. And I think the highest output is actually the millstone here. Yeah. I don't see any other recipes that's gonna... Well, at least available recipes. You could also go for the crusher, which is a guaranteed doubling of your bone. But yeah, for now, I think I'm just gonna go for a standard mill. But yeah, let me craft these things up and then come back to you when I'm ready for building out that contraption. So as things looks to be taking slightly longer if I want to automate it, I decided to actually go ahead and just set up a quick small one-off system here for actually doing it. I have basically crafted up majority of things that I need for crafting it, and I can start setting up many things, but there's still quite a few things that I don't. So I needed one of the blaze effigies for a blaze burner, because apparently you can combine them and then have a blaze burner, which is excellent. But yeah, I'm gonna get everything ready for the other effigies and see if I can craft them up. So be right back. And there we go, all 4 of them done. So we have a Blitz effigy, we have a Basalt effigy, Bliss, and Blaze, which allows us to complete the 3 quest rewards in here, or 4 quest rewards in here. All of which should give us basically what we need to continue this process here. I think I'm gonna pulverize it though. So if I go in here, we want to get to the charges. So we want the charges of this one. How do I get to the other one? I want to have the charge of the lightning. Earth charge, I believe it is. And for this one here, we want the... What's the last one we want? I can't remember. Lightning and fire charge, so regular fire charge. Okay. All 4 of which should be fairly straightforward. But as far as I can tell here, you really do want to process it up so that you get the most bang for your buck. Otherwise, it's a bit of a waste. All of them give 3 times. I guess I can... This is also where some of the modifiers comes into play, where you can actually increase it. But I think I'm gonna focus on the modifiers in the next episode instead. Yep. Because this here is basically where we will be ending it up this time around. The fluid contraption here, the crucible... Even the sawmill. All of the important elements to actually make these things work. Tear it down again. Yep. But yeah, this is basically what we got there. So not much progress on it. Just a lot of like grunt work in getting items ready and preparing. So thank you very much for following along. If you like what you see, toss me a like. If you want to see more of what I'm doing, subscribe, and see you out there.